Birthmarks are one of those things almost everyone has noticed, but few people actually understand. Some people are born with small marks, others have large patches of color or texture that stay for life. And across cultures, there's a popular idea that birthmarks might be connected to reincarnation, that they somehow reflect injuries or events from a past life. It's an interesting idea. But today, let's look at what science actually says birthmarks are, how they form, and why they happen in the first place. A birthmark is simply a variation in skin development that occurs before or shortly after birth. Your skin contains several important components: pigment cells called melanocytes, which produce color, blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients, supporting tissues that give skin structure. During fetal development, billions of cells are dividing, migrating, and organizing at incredible speed. Sometimes, small groups of cells develop slightly differently than the surrounding tissue. When that happens, a visible mark can appear on the skin. That's a birthmark. It's not damage, it's not memory, it's just a natural variation in development. Most birthmarks fall into two scientific categories. First are pigmented birthmarks. These happen when extra melanocytes cluster in one area, producing more pigment than surrounding skin. Examples include café au lait spots or congenital moles. Second are vascular birthmarks. These form when tiny blood vessels develop differently or become concentrated near the surface of the skin. That's what creates marks like port wine stains or strawberry hemangiomas. So, in simple terms, some birthmarks come from pigment cells, others come from blood vessels. Both originate during early development in the womb. The human body develops using genetic instructions, combined with environmental conditions inside the uterus. Cells move along chemical signals, almost like following invisible maps. Occasionally, those signals vary slightly. A group of pigment cells may stop migrating early, or blood vessels may grow more densely in one region. These changes are usually random and harmless. Importantly, birthmarks are extremely common, which is exactly what scientists expect from normal biological variation. They are part of the natural complexity of human development, not evidence of anything supernatural. So where did the reincarnation belief come from? Humans are pattern-seeking creatures. When something unusual appears, especially something present at birth, cultures naturally try to assign meaning to it. Stories developed suggesting birthmarks represented wounds from previous lives or memories carried forward. But scientifically, there's no verified mechanism that could transfer physical injuries or experiences from one life to another. Modern biology shows that physical traits come from genetics, cellular growth, and developmental processes, not stored memories from a prior existence. And importantly, birthmarks form before a baby has any experiences at all, during early embryonic development. There's no evidence linking them to consciousness, memory, or past identities. The explanation we observe repeatedly across millions of births is developmental biology. Even though science explains birthmarks well, the idea of deeper meaning sticks around because humans naturally look for stories. A visible mark feels personal, unique, almost symbolic. But science often reveals something just as fascinating. Your body is the result of trillions of microscopic decisions happening perfectly, and occasionally imperfectly, as life builds itself from a single cell. Birthmarks are reminders of how complex that process really is. Not supernatural signals, just biology doing its incredibly intricate work. So what are birthmarks? They're natural variations in skin development caused by pigment cells or blood vessels forming differently before birth. They are common, medically understood, and usually harmless. And while cultural stories connect them to reincarnation, modern science finds no evidence linking birthmarks to past lives or memories. Sometimes the real explanation isn't mystical. It's developmental biology unfolding in real time. And honestly, that might be even more impressive. Because every birthmark is proof that human development isn't machine perfect. It's organic, complex, and uniquely human.